Hey guys, it's Unravel 421 and welcome to the first part of learning Unravel from Ghoul. So these are probably going to be somewhat short videos depending on how quickly I can teach, because what I'm doing is I'm writing down the lyrics with the tabs underneath it. And it's not exactly easy, but I'm doing it by how the lyric sheet I'm looking at is broken up. Like, here, I can show it to you. So, let me adjust this. It'll work. Okay. So you see how there's that break right there? That's where we're going to end. And then the next part of the video will be this huge chunk right here. And then the next part, it's not going to be that, just that little line, but this little line all the way, probably down to there, because it's simple enough, and then this huge chunk, and then that ending part. So that's how this tutorial is going to be broken down. So that way it's at least somewhat easier for me to teach you. And also easy enough for me to write everything down, because I was trying to write all the tabs down there, I messed up, and I was going to start doing with the lyrics there, messed up, and I figured that it would be easy to break down the words with the syllables with, like when I say the syllables, I mean the corresponding tab to each part of the word. Seems simple enough, and if you guys would like, I can take a picture of it and like put it on one of the social media things I have below, maybe Facebook, because that'll be easiest. And if you guys don't have Facebook, I could put it like on Twitter and Instagram too, just to make things easier. That is, if you would like to. My handwriting is not extremely neat as what most like stereotypical girl handwriting is, but it's neat enough for me to read. If it's not neat enough for you to read, I'm sorry. But you have this video where you can learn. So let's begin with what I think is verse 1, which is that section I showed you. I'm also going to pull up the song, and I'm hoping that this video doesn't have to be muted because of the song, because I don't own this song. The tutorial is not really for entertainment purposes only, but for educational purposes, I guess, because you're learning how to play the song. And the cover that I made and then the next cover that's coming up is of course for entertainment purposes only, because I want to entertain you guys and it'll be nice for you guys to learn. So let's begin with the tutorial. What you're going to need is a double ocarina. If you don't have a double ocarina, you can substitute some of the high tabs that will come up in this range with like the lower notes, but jumping octaves is kind of funky with me. I don't particularly like jumping octaves, which is why I kind of wanted a double ocarina, so that I could do all this cool stuff. And now I want a triple bass ocarina. It's either called a max range, just like a maxi range something. It's from STL. I want the triple bass one because it has the lowest notes of a bass to the highest of a soprano, and it's like the best ocarina that you could probably ask for. Not like it's the best sounding one. I don't know what it sounds like in person yet because I don't have it, but it's like, it's all ocarinas in one, and I want it. But anyway, to the tutorial. So, you have the word oshiete, which of course I'm not Japanese, so I don't pronounce everything exact. If it's exact, then I probably have an accent. I don't know, but the first word is oshiete, which I don't know what it means either, so don't ask me. It has 4 tabs in it, which is which is 4, 5, 4, 3. And then it's the same with the next one, except O is the tab 2. So it goes O, and then siete is the exact same. And then you have the word yo, which is just back to 2. So then you have so let's repeat that just so you can get a feel for it. And to the end of the line it's sono shikumi wo. So I feel so bad for saying the words. I'm so butchering it. I can feel it. But okay, so it's sono shikumi wo. So it's 2 1 1 7 flat 1 3. Now the 7 flat and not 3. Sorry, I'm at 6. I'm thinking 3 fingers on the right hand. I'm sorry. It's right in front of me too. So sono shikumi wo 2 1 1 7 flat 1 6. So the 7 and the 6 are the ones with the dots underneath it, which I think should be easy enough because I'm showing you the fingerings that go with it. So again, 2 1 1 7 flat 1 6 6. I'll play that again. And then if you put it back with the rest of the first line, it's gonna sound like this. Now I'll let you know that, of course, if you have an ocarina, if you know how to play it, you know that you don't always have to tongue in between every note. So wherever you guys want to tongue, that's optional. I just feel for it where I want to do it. So you can do that too. There's no necessary spot where you absolutely have to. Like, I wouldn't want to play it like this. It doesn't feel right. So just feel for where you want to tongue each note. Okay, so that's the first line. Now let's go to the next one, which is the first word is, I believe, just boku, which actually I do know what that means, I think. I'm pretty sure boku means my. But we're not going to translations. We're learning a song, so it's boku no naka ni, which is 6 6 6 6 6 6. Which don't even get me started on the 6s. If you watched my last video, I am a Christian. These are musical tabs that correspond with notes, not any satanic numbers. Okay, so again. Which I think is just fairly simple enough, so we can move on. Which the next lyrics are dare kairu no. So those tabs that go with it are 4 3 3 3 4 4. Which I feel like I showed you guys the wrong fingerings that correspond there with 3, but 4 3 3 3 4 4. So this line's just fairly simple, so let's put that with the beginning of it. Now you can play that back, a few times if you need to, but let's put that line with the beginning of the song. So we have this. Sorry. Wrong note. Back to this line. I'll do that again since I messed up. Easy? Now let's move on to the next couple of lines, which da 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 are pretty much the same exact thing as the beginning, which we just have. In which those lyrics are Kawareta kawareta yo kono sekai de. Which, again, I'm so butchering the language, I'm so sorry. It's just easier to say the lyrics with it to make things easier. If I actually knew Japanese and actually knew how to pronounce the words, it would be so much better, but I'm sorry. So it's kawareta yo kono sekai de. So see, just the very same thing as beginning. Even with the next lyrics, which are Kimi ga warau nani mo mietsu ni. So that's with all the sixes, and then 4 3 3 3 4 4. So pretty much just play the first couple lines and then play them again. They're the exact same, just different lyrics with it. So let's try it, let's put it together. Here's where I want to give you guys a little tip. So when going from the low 6 to the high 6, this is actually a tip that somebody gave me in a comment for this video, which actually I knew about this, but because this is a plastic ocarina, the trick works, but the only problem is that, like, in that video, with having a plastic ocarina, the only problem is, if any of you have one and you know this from experience, with mine, since it's a double, I don't usually have problems with the higher chamber, but I have problems with the lower chamber, in which, as I'm playing, the longer I play, the more moisture builds up in here, and the higher notes get stuck, or they get cracky. So a trick of mine to avoid that is just cover the sound hole about halfway with your thumb and blow as hard as you can. Just going like, I'll show you. You have to cover it right, or else you're going to get a really high sound and it's ugly. You have to just go blowing as hard as you can. Actually, I got some spit out of it, so that can be a good thing for later on. It helps to clear it up. But the trick is that somebody told me is, as you're playing the high note, like the higher notes on it, since normally when you play an ocarina you're usually up straight, it's like this. When you play the higher notes, just bend your head down. They said about, like, I think 10 centimeters from your chest, which again, I knew about this trick, but I don't usually use it because I don't feel like I need to. But it helps to get a better sound out of it when you hit them. But But again, with my plastic ocarina, you're still going to get sometimes that sound of all the spit in the air, and it's gross. But hey, this is something that instrumentalists need to live with. So, anyway, now that we learned the first verse, at least I think it's the first verse, I'm not really sure where all the verses are, but just the first chunk that I'm going to teach you, let's play it with the song. Which, again, I hope this doesn't have to get muted because of the song. I don't own it. This is for educational purposes for learning the song, and for entertainment purposes for those that are going to play it, as well as my covers of it. So let's get started. There it is. It's actually about 30 seconds of the song. So yay, you just learned 30 seconds in 16 minutes. Like I said, I'm a slow teacher because I can't teach well, and that was actually probably really quiet, so let's do that again. So if you couldn't hear the song, that's the full tempo. So let's play it where you can actually hear it now. There you go. That is part 1 of learning how to play Unravel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in part 2, which, don't worry, will also be uploaded today. It's not going to be learning one part every week, because do you know how annoying that would be for you guys to only know 30 seconds of a song and have to learn the next part next week? That'd be awful. So, I'm going to figure out this next part, write it down. So I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye!